And we are back at Rumbletown for game number 4 of Baseball U Pennsylvania Showcase Tournament for the Team Crush Piccolino. Hopefully I said his last name right. Versus Team State College. And on the mound for Piccolino is Joseph Healy. He's at Regis High School, class of 21. Throws right and bats right. First step into the bat, first player to step to the plate, I should say, after game 4 or 3 games into this thing is Josh Berger. Berger, class of 21, 3.8 GPA, 1070 SAT, middle infielder pitcher, 6 foot 175 out of Montoursville, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Josh Berger's had himself quite the summer. One of the standout players, one of the many standout players we've seen, but he's really stood out in a whole different way. Ability to play multiple positions, infield, outfield, even pitches. He's one to watch.
First pitch from Healy. Swing and a miss by Berger. Count now 1-2 as we're doing a 1-1 count to start this out. Due to our abbreviated schedule today, due to the weather. A little bit of rain.
A little bit.
Pop foul and out of play. So 1-1 count it starts with. It's still 1-2 to Berger. Still having 5 batters and 3 outs. But the first pitch has to be a fastball to the batter. And then if it's a 3-2 count and the batter walks, he walks. We don't revert back. And it doesn't have to be a fastball and a 3-2 pitch, just so you know.
All right.
Oh, just missed. It's now 2-2 to Josh Berger.
That was a close one.
Yes, it was.
And our BFA sports tent doesn't need a V8 in the background. It's just keeping our equipment out of the sun.
Well, I thought you were trying to look like Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah, well, that's the next marketing play.
There you go. Pitch is high for a ball. It's now full to Josh Berger. One other thing, this is a hour and 30-minute time limit, and I believe an hour and 35-minute hard time end.
That's true.
All right. That would be ball 4. He walked him. So Josh Berger is a leadoff base runner here in the top of the first inning. Also, if they're in the middle of a pitch at 135, you're not allowed to swing or do anything with it. It stops right there. No, I'm just kidding, folks. It's just or if a ball leaves your bat and it's going for a home run, it doesn't go over the fence by an hour and 35 minutes, then it's
yeah. It's like being on one of those rides where you used to throw a quarter in it. Didn't matter what part of the ride you were on. It just when it stopped, you had to get off and get out of the supermarket.
Right. All right, that brings up Chris Forstmeyer, a rising junior, 6 foot 180 pounds at St. Joseph. Big swing and a miss.
Yeah, he
was a massive cut.
He daddy hacked that one.
Yes, he did. Forstmeyer is a middle infielder, which we've seen some really good work, from glove work from him over the last few days and weeks past. He also plays third base. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Forstmeyer goes down swinging. Up steps to the plate. Number 7, Jumon Sung. 3.7 GPA and a 1350 SAT. He's a first baseman pitcher at 6'1", 205. Pitch to him. It's high for a ball. It's 2-1. This is fast and furious here in the top of the first. Healy sets in the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Jamon Sung. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Piccolino there and throws to first, and not in time to get Sung, who moves very well down the base path as he legs one out for an infield single.
Sung with the hard 90.
I'll bring up number 4, Zach Swanger, a rising senior with a 3.8 GPA, 1050 SAT. He's a third baseman, first baseman, 6'1", 205 out of Belafonte High School. First pitch to Swanger, high for a ball. It's 2-1. Just a quick reminder again, each batter starts with a 1-1 count. And the first pitch must be a fastball. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Big hack by Swanger.
Great opportunity. Runners in scoring position.
Berger at second base. Sung at first. Pitch is high for a ball. Count is now full to Zach Swanger. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 struck him out. That's 2 down here in the top of the first. That'll bring up number 11, Jack Wunce. 6'1", 205 out of State College High School. First baseman, pitcher, and outfielder. It's a 4.0 GPA and a 1260 PSAT. First pitch to him is outside for a ball. It's 2-1.
Yeah, Wunce has a clutch RBI, as it was yesterday.
It was. Indeed it was. Pitch is called a strike. It's now 2-2. And 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 struck him out in the outside corner. Nice pitching by Healy. We'll go to the bottom of the first. No score. All right, we're back here for the bottom of the first inning with Jack Loonsman on the mound for Team Frantz at Bellwood Antis High School, 6'4", 215-pound rising junior, class of 22. First batter he will face is number 2. I got 2 number 2s, either Ryan Hunter or Danny Infante.
Saying Danny.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. Danny Infante. First pitch fouled back. Well, that worked out well.
Yeah.
I don't know if they heard me. Well, that's right. There's a delay, so they couldn't have heard me. He's out of Gunnery High School. Chop foul on the third base side. Jack Loonsman. As I said, he's 6'4", 215, bats right and throws right. He's primarily a pitcher. He's got a 4.0 GPA as a rising junior class of 22. Here's the pitch in Fonte. Oh, fly ball to fairly deep left field, taking the left fielder back, and that is caught at the track.
Wow.
By
Nice,
Weir.
nice pop there by Infante.
Real nice
Weir.
pop. Woo. Talking about pound for pound, showing some pop, and Weir, Duncan Weir, tracking it like he's ready for the MLB show.
Yeah, it seemed that way.
All right. That'll bring up the second number 2. Oh, that's perfect.
Well, that works it out.
All right, so we're going to say it's Ryan Hunter.
Did Coach give you a lineup? I thought somebody did.
He was going to give me a lineup, but I said I didn't need it because I didn't realize how the roster looks. So it's all
gotcha.
good. It's all good. The first pitch, umpire's telling the pitcher he's got to be a first pitch fastball, so no pitch last time. Pitch fouled straight back. Hunter's out of East Chester High School. Team Piccolino is made up of all seniors, class of 21s. It's a great opportunity to showcase their wares for any prospective colleges. There's the pitch. Nice pitch. Nice work by Hunter to foul that off. That breaking ball had some movement on it. Ball in the dirt, missed. Count is now even at 2-2 to Ryan Hunter.
Put together quite the at-bat.
Popped him up.
80-mile-an-hour
Right field
fastball.
side, here comes the center fielder coming in hard, and he makes the
Oh, nice heads-up running by Infante.
Nice job by Hunter.
Oh, yeah, on Ryan Hunter.
Infante had that pop, and Bannerman's hit one out.
Hunter with a heads-up play, though.
Please don't tell me this is number 2, though.
Never gave right?
Completely confused.
Never gave up on.
Thanks, man. I was being facetious. Appreciate Mr. Olam helping me out. It's number 34, Aiden Sullivan. First pitch missed for a ball. Sullivan at Rye High School.
And the this Crush Piccolino teams here, this is a back-to-back for them. It's going to be doubleheader.
Ground ball. It's back to the pitcher. Fields his position well and throws him out. So that'd be the second out of the inning. Up steps number 15.
Good luck.
Anthony Faciglia.
I think it's Falsiglia.
Falsiglia. Sorry, I was reading off the paper. I should have read off the screen. First pitch to him. Pounded foul. It's now 1-2 to Faciglia. He's out of Archbishop Stepanak. Man, looks like he could crush a baseball. And I mean crush it. Ball in the dirt. Did we suffer a tremor or an earthquake here? As I'm looking at the at the BFA tent.
It's barely holding together by a thread. We did find out overnight it's not a waterproof tent.
I tested it.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Okay, how'd that work?
It worked.
What do you mean it worked?
It worked. So.
Oh, so something came in on a lower angle.
Wind was blowing.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah. Struck him out. That'll end the inning. We'll go to the top of the second after this break. All right, we're back here at Rumbletown with Joseph Healy back on the mound here in the top of the second inning. He's listed as a shortstop, but he's also a pitcher. First batter he will face here in the top of the second inning. Looks like number, I want to say 28 or 29?
25.
25.
Shimoni.
That's right, Ethan Shimoni. Rising junior, class of 22. 6 foot, 170 pounds at a state college high school. Catcher, center fielder, middle infielder. And a 1-1 pitch to him. High for a ball, it's 2-1. Once again, each batter will start with a 1-1 count. In this abbreviated schedule, and Shimoni's sporting a 3.5 GPA. 2-1 pitch is outside for a ball. It's now 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Oh, caught him. Oh, plank on a forearm there. That'll send Shimoni to first base. That will bring up number 22, Drew Morschbacher. The middle infielder at 6 foot, 180 pounds. Sporting a 3.0 GPA. Step in the box to face Joseph Healy with no out and a runner at first base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Taking a big hack at first pitch fastball. So once again, with the 1-1 count, the pitcher has to come out with a first pitch fastball, and I think that's why you're seeing a lot of the batters taking a big hack at it because they know it's going to be a first pitch fastball.
Oh, nice breaking ball there.
Nice breaking ball. So that's what could make this game pretty fun and exciting. Count now 2-2 to Morschbacher. Throw over to first, not in time. Shimoni takes his lead at first. There's the pitch. Outside for a ball as the catcher looked like he was thinking about snap throwing down to first. Count is now full to Morschbacher. Healy checks the runner. Sets in the pitch. Ball 4. He walked him. So first two runners on. First two batters on at first and second. And then I'll bring up number 10, Drew Balestrini. Balestrini, a catcher and an outfielder at 6'1", 165 at a Schicklhammy High School. Bats left and throws right. It's got a 1090, should I say, SAT score. Line drive, caught by the first baseman. Does he have a triple play? Did he get it? Oh, did get the double play. Hey, Balestrini once again putting the bat on the ball, hitting a line drive, but right at the first baseman.
Yeah,
nice job by number 15, Fasiglia. Quick reactions there, too. Almost had the triple play.
Almost.
Steps up Duncan Weir, the third baseman, second baseman at a Schicklhammy High School.
Can you zoom in a little bit to get rid of
6 foot, 180 pounds, class of 21. Senior. Just call it a strike. Outside corner. The count now is even at 2-2 to Duncan Weir.
Yeah, that's awesome right there. It's a good look.
Ball just missed. So a runner in scoring position at second base with 2 out. After the line out by Drew Balestrini in the double play. And he walked him. So runners now at first and second base with 2 outs, and that'll bring up number 8, Thomas Delahoy. The Rising junior has a 4.1 GPA and a 1290 SAT score and a 29 SAT score. Or ACT, I should say. There's a fly ball, foul and out of play. De La Hoya St. Joseph High School, 6 foot, 185-pound catcher, third baseman. Healy checks his sign with the catcher.
Gonna have to talk to our friendly umpire again.
They popped him up. Third base side and out of play. Heard a couple oohs. That must have just missed somebody. Even watch the catcher's reaction. He's like, oh. All right. A little excitement in the stands today. We'll say that everybody is doing a great job of social distancing for the 6,000 capacity crowd stadium. Probably about 85% full.
Yeah.
And he struck him out as De La Hoya goes down swinging. That will end this inning. We'll go to a break. Be right back. And we're back here at Rumbletown for Jack Lundsman's second inning of work. 6'4", 215-pound right-handed pitcher. Gets the batter to flare one to right field. And a catch is made there nicely by looks like number 28. That's Chris Forstmeyer.
It's a fly ball by Healy, pitcher.
That was Healy, okay. That'll bring up number 9, Jason Izeri. He fouls one at the plate. Irizarry. I got Irizarry out of New Rochelle High School. Let's try it one more time. I think it's Irizarry, not Irizarry.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I think it's Irizarry. Ball cued off the bat, charging from second base. And making the throw was number 22, and that was
Forstmeyer.
No, Morschbacher.
Morschbacher, that's right.
Forstmeyer's in right field.
Yeah.
Yep. That breeze feels good right about now. I'm sure a few other people are appreciating that here. As soon as I get a number, I'll let you know. Pop fly, that was number 25. That ball falls for a base hit.
Merritt Scott.
Merritt Scott.
Rising sophomore.
Yeah. Primary position is center field. So he's on at first base with 2 out. That brings up number 35. Frank Ranieri. First pitch is fouled off his foot. He's at a Fordham Preparatory School. Looks like he is a center fielder. That's his primary listed position.
Yeah, we just got a quick technical challenge with the center field camera, but I think we're good now.
1-2 pitch inside for a ball. It's now 2-2 to Ranieri. Again, it counts 2-2. Runner at first base with 2 out. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Foul back off the screen. Once again, here's the 2-2 pitch. Oh, just missed. Nice spot.
That's a pitcher's pitch right there.
Count is now full to Ranieri. So runner more than likely would be breaking on the pitch. And he holds, and he walked him. Now bring up Aiden Reeby, third baseman. Bats right and throws right out of New Rochelle High School. First pitch is in the dirt. There goes the runner, and they will not get him as both runners move up to third and second base with 1 out, or 2 outs rather, I should say. And Aiden Reeby at the plate. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Reeby. Ball flown to right field. Right at the right fielder. He makes a grab. And that again is Forsmeyer. So that'll end the inning. We'll go to a break and be right back. All right, we're back here in Binghamton, New York. Another inning to be under the belt for Joseph Healy out of Regis High School. First batter he will face. Over for a strike call is number 58, McGuire Heverly. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Heverly. Oh, line drive. Man, he dropped barrel on that. Man, that was pretty.
Nice piece of hitting there. Yeah, no,
that ball jumped off the bat, too.
He was patient, waited for the thing to drop, and then squared up the curveball. Base knock for Heverly.
Did we talk about Heverly being committed or no? He's not, right? No. Okay. Just double checking. All right, they'll bring up the leadoff batter, number 26, Josh Berger, Montoursville High School. There's another line drive for a base hit going Oppo Taco on that ball. Heverly.
Here comes Heverly. He's going for 3.
Second. He's going for 3. So now runners at the corners at first and third. After a line drive single by Josh Berger. I'll bring up number 28, Chris Forstmeyer, the rising junior out of St. Joseph's High School, 6 foot, 180 pounds. Plays middle infield and third base, but today playing the outfield very well. Got a 4.15 GPA and a 1070 PSAT.
Yeah, Forstmeyer getting it done. Academic kid.
There goes the runner. Here's the throw down to third. Try to catch Heverly.
Yeah.
So they're thinking, hey, listen, Heverly, you're not as fleet-footed as you think you are stretching that.
I'll tell you, though, first to third.
That's great base running.
Yeah.
And he didn't stop.
Nah, for a big man.
It's a great read. It was a great read on his part to know he could go.
He knew, based on where that ball was dropping, that he had a shot. He took advantage.
Oh, big swing and a miss by Berger. Count is now, by Forstmeyer. Count's now 2-2. Forstmeyer, the proud son of Ken and Liz. Here's the 2-2 pitch.
Oh, that's going to find
flare to right
grass.
field. That will fall for a base hit, and Heverly will score. As Berger is going to not advance to third base on the throw in. So Team France is on the board. Going to bring up Jamong Sung. At a state college, a 6'1", 205 first baseman pitcher. Wearing number 7. Sung. It's a 3.7 GPA and a 1350 SAT. Here's a pitch. First pitch fastball, fouled straight back.
I don't want to give the KOD that I've been given to a kid like Sung, but his bat's been hot, man.
It sure has.
I mean, the last couple times we've seen him, dude, he's cranking out base knocks left and right.
I remember specifically him hitting one in the gap to right center field. He got out to the fence pretty damn quickly a few weeks ago, and there's a shot that
put a charge in a one.
That ball's going back, and that's not going to be caught going all the way to the fence. And you called that one finally. No KOD from you, and another run will score.
How about it? How about that?
As Berger scores on a bomb by Jamong Sung. That went all about 405 feet. We'll call it 400 for any game.
It's 410 feet to dead center field, so that was an absolute bomb.
That jumped off the bat. We'll say, without exaggeration, it had to be 400 feet.
So. Jesus. Holy cow. Good for him.
He finally, I think the KOD's over.
Yeah, nah.
Don't say anything about me. I don't need to kill over or anything. First pitch is Zach Swanger. Low and inside for a ball at Belafonte High School at 6'1", 205. Third baseman, first baseman.
Off the wall and then off a back.
All right. Someone bring the diapers because I think this I need a few over there.
You're going to need some wipes in that place.
Swanger, 3.8 GPA student at 1050 SAT and a 22 ACT score. Ground ball in the hole, base hit, has eyes. Jamon Sung will hold at third base.
I think that might have been the fifth batter.
May have been, but what a great inning for Team France.
Team France.
I think they put 2 or 3 on the board. We'll go to a break. Be back. And we're back with Jack Loonsman for another inning worth of work out of Bellwood Antis High School. Hopefully I'm saying that all right. 6'4", 215-pound rising junior. The first pitch is low for a ball. First batter he will face, who he's facing actually, number 35, Frank Ranieri. Or is that 30? I'm sorry. My apologies. It's not Frank Ranieri. Probably number 36. Ethan Grover at New York City Lab School. I think it was a foul tip. He thought it was a foul tip strikeout. What do you have there? Get some Starburst? What are they, minis? Never seen them. Pitches outside to Grover.
Already a full count.
There's a 3-2 pitch. Outside for a ball as Grover walks. Up steps to plate number 27. Alvin Piccolino, St. Raymond's High School. Grover takes his lead off at first. Loonsman fakes over there and forces him to dive back. Nice miss by Loonsman. First pitch. There's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And I guess that wasn't. No contact there. So Grover moves up to second base. So a runner at second base with a 2-2 count. Great opportunity for Piccolino to knock in a run here. Oh, slow ground ball to short. Picked there and thrown by Berger. Across the diamond, gets him. This Berger makes it look elementary.
Yeah, Berger just always dialed in. Doesn't matter what position he's playing on the field. Just looks so comfortable there.
I'll bring up number 2, Danny Infante. Infante out of Gunnery High School.
And put a charge into one.
Yeah, he did. That ball's. That's another shot down the right field line. That'll fall for a base hit. Run will score. Infante can use the. He can definitely use that bat like a weapon.
Whew.
That's 2 nice pieces of hitting by Danny Infante. I'll bring up his number 2 partner, if you will. That would be Ryan Hunter.
Yeah, these guys are a lethal 1-2 combination at the top of the lineup the first time through.
Infante getting back in time. Infante taking a sizable lead at first base. Stays there. First pitch is inside for a ball. Count is 2-1 to Ryan Hunter. Once again, the batter starts with a 1-1 count. Fouled straight back. It's now 2-2.
Interesting to see what Infante decides to do. Especially as a leadoff spot, you got to assume that he's got some wheels here, and he's stretching into a pretty big lead.
He's got a nice lead.
Oh,
pitch just missed. Count is now full to Ryan Hunter. Surprised we haven't seen Infante go yet. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. He walked him. So up steps Aiden Sullivan. Runner at first and second. There goes Infante. Ball fouled back.
Well, if you're going to try to steal third base, that first pitch, knowing that it's a fastball, that's probably the one. So that's some smart base running there by Infante.
Count 1 and 2 to Aiden Sullivan. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. He struck him out. And that will end this inning. We'll go to a break and be right back. And we're back here in Rumbletown, or at Rumbletown, I should say, in Binghamton, New York. New pitcher on the mound for Team Piccolino.
Aiden
Reeby. As my short-term memory fails me, at a New Rochelle High School. As my partner pulls his name off the screen, and then I was getting ready to read it. That's good. First batter he will face is number 11, Jack Once.
There's Aiden Reeby.
There it is. Thank you. Appreciate it. Pitch is high for a ball.
So we got quite a few hopefuls, uncommitteds that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
Still the 2021 class. And pretty awesome to know that with a couple of the college coaches that are around, none's been more in tuned by what's going on the field and really from a metrical standpoint than Lackawanna's own. Josh Boggs joins us. Coach, thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, glad to be here. It's fun finally being on this side of the underneath the tent and watching you guys do your job.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how you'll feel about that in just a little bit of time, so just hang in there. Trust me on that one.
I'll be easy on them. Yeah, Coach Verlin is too much of a big target, but
all right. So tough spot here, Coach. How are you thinking about? What are your thoughts about this kind of, we'll call it hurry up, modified format? A lot of guys got to swing the bat early in the count.
It does. That's one of the big positives to me is being able to see hitters a little more aggressive. The big thing, I mean, I'm a pitching coach, so I'm not going to pretend I'm the best evaluator of hitters. But one thing that always irritates me is when a hitter knows a fastball is coming and can't hit it.
Yeah.
Well, now we get to see that.
Or
These guys
refuses to
know
hit it.
1-1 count.
Right.
They're getting a fastball. Can you be on time? Can you get a barrel to it? And if you can't, well, then you're probably getting crossed off some lists. And if you can, I think you're getting written down, and you're a guy that we're going to see more often.
Oh, it makes a lot of sense. And there's a drive to right center field.
Going all the way to the gap.
And look at him gallop into second base.
That was Shimoni. Ethan Shimoni.
Stand-up double.
Or do we call him Shimony?
Well, you can call him standing at second
Standing
base.
at second base with a stand-up double.
Yeah, that was a nice piece of hitting
So
there.
we've seen some nice talent here at the 21s over the last 2 days.
We have some very talented arms, very talented bats. Seen some guys show off the wheels, make some really athletic plays in the field. Overall quality baseball.
Morsbacher step to the plate with runners in scoring position. First pitch to him is over for a strike call, so it's now 1-2 to Morsbacher.
So, Coach, how has the whole COVID change-up, all the craziness of the schedule, impacted your recruiting, I would say specifically to the 2021s? Because there's a lot of guys that are still available that usually by this time wouldn't be.
Oh, absolutely. And the roster crunch isn't just at the 4-year D1s. I mean, we've got, I think looking at our roster with the head coach this week, we've got like 45 guys that still have 2 years of eligibility.
Wow.
So it's a little tough picking 21. Now, obviously, all 45 of those won't be back.
Sure.
And that's not the plan. We did something wrong if all 45 of those guys are back. But, you know, it's really hard to predict, for example, if we think we're going to lose 2 catchers, but then, you know, knock on wood, the worst happens or something goes wrong and all of a sudden he's back and then we've recruited 3 more. And, you know, there's a bit of a numbers crunch at our level as well. That's something we've had to kind of consider, and we're looking for more dudes to just kind of stand out and prove that they can look like they have the kind of tools to play at our level, not just kind of fill out the roster.
So is your primary role here, obviously looking for good talent, really from the arms position as opposed to, since that's your area of expertise?
Yeah, I would say
Opposed to-
so.
okay.
I mean, now obviously if I'm here for 2 days and these teams are all playing 2 games, if one kid keeps putting the ball in the gap, I'm going to circle that name.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I would say specifically I'm looking more on my pitcher side, who I think can do something on the staff we don't have. Is there a
there's a shot.
Trini gets
Deep right field, and it's over the head. Balestrini just keeps showing. Every time he hit a line drive double play ball to the first baseman, he just keeps barreling up.
Well, so Balestrini is a great example of what my next question was going to be. How important is it to have guys realizing what this is now in 2021 to be more of a utility player, right? A guy who can play multiple positions and fill multiple facets to stay in the lineup.
Absolutely. That's something, you know, going off the last point of a hitter who's finding 2 barrels. Guy who lined out hard to first base and then just hits a hard pull side double. I'm not a hitting guy, but that's something I need to circle and write down. No, but you're right. Guys who can typically at Lackawanna, we're trying to find the best 9 bats to put in the lineup, and we'll kind of figure out the defense. Not that it doesn't matter. So we've got some action happening on the field.
Look at Balestrini run the bases, too.
Yeah, he's been a standout player all summer long.
I'm not supposed to say anything, but the kid just pops out and stands up. I just want to jump out of my chair. What is it? You like to jump out of your chair?
Yeah,
And
like
applaud
jump
him?
out of my chair then. Yeah. Just try not to hit your head on the top of the tent. It's tilted.
Just big fan, but that's besides the point. But coach, are there other coaches on your team, obviously, that are specialized in the hitting piece or the defense piece or anything of that nature?
Yeah, we've got I'm just the only guy that's kind of local right now.
Right.
Yeah,
we've
well,
got
that's a whole different story, too.
Yeah, 2 of our hitting coaches are out in North and South Dakota. I can't remember what the name of the summer league is that they're out coaching in. And the other guy we've got just hired him, but he's still working full-time through the summer. So it just kind of leaves me and the head coach kind of bouncing around. He's more from the Philly area, so he tends to take that sort of landscape, and I hit everything a bit north of that.
So the talent that's here, it's the opportunity to kind of tell the other coaches to take a look at the BFA live stream, kind of go back and look at the video of it.
And essentially, yeah, we've even had a few kids that I've seen once or twice or were at some events you guys have been at. And they'll either send us the link or it's like, hey, let's see if we know what team he's on. Let's see if they played a game. And, yeah, it's awesome to be able to pull up and go, okay, that's that arm or it's this bat. I remember him. And then be able to see, like, okay, that's what it looked like from that angle. Maybe from behind the plate. it looks meh, but I see it from the side in the profile, and it's like, okay, well, that's sort of what we're looking for. I get some different angles and kind of revisit more contextual performance versus what I remember vaguely from 3 weeks later or something.
Well, now do you feel almost on a go-forward basis, something that we've learned is just how impactful the live streaming, the recording of the games can be, because now as a recruiter, you can do a lot of these things on demand. So you can watch it on a whole different schedule as opposed to being, we'll call it, stuck sometimes in one spot for the better part of almost like 20 hours on a weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And, there is some things you need to kind of see live.
Mm-hmm.
Not to knock your guys' live stream,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I can't always see how a pitcher reacts when that ball goes into the gap.
Right.
But, yeah, it is nice, especially to, every kid kind of stretches the truth a bit on how hard he throws or, what this barrel he's putting in a video was. But to be able to go back and kind of fact-check those things or just kind of, just get away from the emotion. Maybe I see a guy who I loved in the moment, but maybe I go look at him a week or two later, and do I still feel the same way?
Yeah.
Or does it look as good then when I'm not in the moment? Because maybe you guys have seen it. We'll see some 5 or 6 mediocre arms in a row.
Oh, yeah.
And then somebody stands out. Maybe he looks a little bit better because of who was around him.
Yeah.
If I go pull up his video 2-3 weeks later, if he still looks electric, well, yeah, okay, maybe that's the guy I need to go see again.
That's a great point.
Just real quick, we got Isaac Oldham on the mound at a State College, 6 foot. It's his first inning of work for Team Central PA Frantz squad. First pitch to big number 15, who made a great play. That's Anthony Fasiglia.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Well, I know a Falciano, so I figured it Fasiglia. You kind of figure it, finish it out. If the family's here and they say I said it wrong, let me know.
That's all right. Wouldn't be the first family to slash your tires.
That's all right. I just got a new truck, man.
Breaking ball in for 69 miles an hour. Got a little bit of help here from one of the Baseball U pitchers. He had a nice outing in his own. So he's trying to hide out there, but Loonsman.
3 struck him out.
So as Olden gets to strike out, Loonsman had a couple nice innings out there.
He really did.
Now he's charting some pitches.
Welcome to a college pitcher life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to comment on specific players, obviously, because you don't want to tip your hand, but Loonsman did show himself well today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always nice to see guys kind of go out here and compete, and whether it's they've got elite stuff or don't, but just seeing guys be able to, when they're not on their A game, kind of compete and grind their way through it. It's rare that you kind of step on that mound and you've got your best stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I look for in my pitchers. I don't want to – obviously, when everybody's got their A stuff, I would hope that they're good. But it's when you've got your B and C level stuff, can you still be productive, be functional, and get dudes out?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a guy I want on my pitching staff.
Pounded to second base. Here's the throw. Got him. That looks like it's number 28, Chris Forstmeyer, making that play, who moved from the outfield to second base. That was Joseph Healy who grounded out. And brings up number 9, Jason Irizarry. Should say Jason Irizarry Jr. At a New Rochelle High School. A rising senior catcher.
I know what it's like to be a junior.
Me too. I'm a junior. Not a junior in high school, though, or junior in college.
Yeah. Usually got to
I'm a junior
get to the third year to become a junior. That doesn't usually work out for you that way. Surprising. All right, so he's not exactly thrilled with the walk, but it's a free pass.
Walk, yep.
So, Coach, talk to us a little bit about Lackawanna. You guys got some cool stuff going on and moving and shaking in the Scranton area.
Yeah, lovely due to junior college. Lovely Scranton, Pennsylvania. Actually, basically – almost share a campus with the University of Scranton. We're about a block and a half off.
Really?
Yeah.
It's cool.
They're off Mulberry. We're more on Vine Street. Yeah, lovely little campus in Scranton. We went to the College World Series in 2019. Try not to think about it too much, but I'd like to think we would have done as well this spring. We did 16 Division I signees off this spring's roster, and one more going to a very good PSAC school. And the expectation every year is we're going to find a way to get back to Enid, Oklahoma in that College World Series.
Hey, it's the place to be.
Yeah. I can basically say the construction of our roster, this is the kind of the pitch I give to all the kids I talk to, is our roster's full of competitive and relentless dudes that weren't really happy, thrilled, excited about the offers they were getting out of high school.
Yeah.
And they decided to bet on themselves. I think I'm better than offer from X school, or I think I'm better than walk-on spot at Y school. I'm going to bet on myself to do better in 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
And in the process, compete, have a better chance on an awesome breaking ball there.
Yeah, big time.
Have a chance to compete and have a shot, I would say, at earlier playing time. It's no guarantees, obviously, but not having to compete against 21, 22-year-olds certainly helps in the playing time department. But that's what we are. We're a bunch of dudes that we're not the bumper sticker school. We get that. We know that. And the only way we get out is we work together and we work as hard as humanly possible and have as much fun along the way.
Well, it's something that we're familiar with. I mean, being in the South Jersey area, we're out of Vineland, Rowan College of South Jersey, Cumberland. So, they're a D3 JUCO who's done really well, been in the World Series a couple times. Coach Gorman actually parlayed that into a position down at Barton College. And then, obviously, the Roadrunners, Rowan College of South Jersey, Gloucester County. Same type of scenario and situation. But, I think the JUCO route has kind of evolved quite rapidly, actually. I think over just the last couple of years, guys are really starting to get an understanding, to your point, of being successful, working hard for a year, possibly 2. Now you have a coach that's looking at you and saying, hey, we're going to give you a 2-year scholarship as opposed to the 4.
Right, absolutely. That's something that I think that's some of the preconceived notions and maybe some of the myths that people have about junior college baseball. It's generally that, we're the lower academic kids or, something went wrong along the way. And while that is true, there are, kids on our roster and kids on every roster that's the case. I think our average student in high school is about a 3.3 with a 1,100 or so SAT score.
Nice.
And given our school and the way we structure our credits, about 98, 99% of them transfer. So you're not taking a class at Lackawanna that's not going to transfer to wherever it is you decide to go from then on. And our credits and curriculum is written in a way that, the University of Penn, Bucknell, they're in on our guys. They can get our credits, will transfer into their schools.
Wow.
And there's a fair amount of kids that's the plan. I'm not good enough to play in the Ivy League or the Patriot League just yet, but that's my goal. I want to get that education. I want to play baseball while I'm there. I will go to Lackawanna for a year or 2 and try to make it a reality.
It's a great game plan, all things considered. And the value in it's tremendous. And I think, from a dollars and cents standpoint, everybody has big dreams or dreams big. But at the end of the day, if you're utilizing baseball as a vehicle to help pay for your education, it just makes perfect sense for so many guys to make sure that they are going to be able to get that opportunity. So to start out at a Lackawanna, a JUCO, get a year, get 2 years under your belt, put yourself on a much bigger platform, because that recruiting dynamic is a bit different in its own right. So, when you're talking college to college, that's different than trying to project a kid who's played some high school ball and what that's going to correlate to when he actually gets to college.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that really kind of humbles some guys and allows them to see what level they really slot at. We kind of see that in a normal spring. We'd see, player A commits to, let's say our number 1 starter commits to an ACC school. Well, then maybe the number 2 guy starts to say, we've got a nice fly ball out to right field. Maybe our number 2 starter says, hey, I feel like I'm 90, 95% as good as that guy. Maybe I can shoot for that same level. And it kind of opens up those doors. Or maybe, hey, if starter A only got to this level, I know I'm not – I could be objective and go, I know I'm not as good as him. I shouldn't have those high of expectations as well. And it starts to the biggest thing we have is the atmosphere of we know we've got some top-level dudes. And if you want to talk the talk of I want to play at these schools, well, those guys will in a few months. And if you're not working as hard as they are or as locked in and as focused as they are, well, then it's kind of on you.
Yeah, so Josh Berger, he's locked in. He's had quite the summer. Had a nice base hit his last time up as he smashed one into the gap, and he's looking for more.
He's got a fantastic first name as well.
Yeah. Speaking of Josh's, we are here with Lackawanna coach Josh Boggs, giving us a bit of insight into what's going on, not just at Lackawanna, but as far as the recruitment process for a lot of these hopefuls, and some really great knowledge about what different routes are out there, and quite a success story as Lackawanna been to the JUCO World Series back in 2019, and looking to capitalize that on more. And hopefully there's a couple guys out here on the field that may get an opportunity. I've seen you talking to quite a few kids in this instructional setup.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the best part. The one of the big reasons I took the JUCO job is, for all the talk about the JUCO bandits and it being an outlaw, it kind of is from a recruiting standpoint. I mean, I'm allowed basically to kind of talk to anyone, anytime, anyway.
Right.
I can't talk to them until this date of their junior year, or, I mean, to be fair, if I don't want to know the high school freshman that's already looking at junior college.
Right.
As the junior college coach, I'll openly admit the best experience, I think, of college is 4 years at a school you love. Now, if that doesn't materialize, or you don't find it, or you're not a fit for it yet athletically, that's where we come in. But that's to me, that's what it's all about, is trying to help guys find that level that they can have that experience at. And sometimes it's a year or two off the beaten path. And I'd like to think all the guys that are at Lackawanna love it. We've actually got 6 or 7, I guess we'll call them super sophomores, back for their third year. And all of them, I would think, mostly had opportunities to leave and all decided we've got something special going on here. Let's run it back.
Hey, love to hear that, and love to see great defense. So nice play there by the catcher for Piccolino. That was Paulino. Nice job on the squeeze, and a nice job by Healy getting out of a relatively clean inning as he gets Forstmeyer to pop up and end that half frame. And we are moving on, and it looks like Oldham will be warming up for another inning, but we're going to step aside for just a second here in Binghamton.
We're back here in Binghamton, New York with Mr. Oldham, or Oldham, Isaac Oldham on the mound. First batter he will face is number 12. That's Aiden Reeby, right? It is Aiden Reeby. Yep. Thank you very much for chanting in the dugout there. Oh, watch it. Man, I just missed you. That literally just missed you.
Yeah, we didn't get the extra big or extra large fungo screen. When I asked for a fungo screen, they just gave us like the one that usually shields first base instead of the outfield one.
This is what you're getting.
Yeah, but Tim Tebow's still behind this this fungo screen at some point.
Oh,
I'm sure of it.
Feels special.
Absolutely. That's got to raise its value in some way, right?
Yeah. I was actually looking around the complex, and it is funny. Like, you kind of forget about some of the marquee players in Major League Baseball that played on this very field that Oldham's pitching from. One being Jacob deGrom. His picture's out there. Got Michael Conforto from the outfield standpoint. And this is just a couple of years back. So who knows? Maybe one of the kids on these 10 teams that are down here this weekend have a shot. Ground ball.
To the slick fielding Josh Berger and throws him out like it's rudimentary.
Hey, 6-3 putout.
Rudimentary as it should be.
Yes, with this young man, it is.
Number one thing you look for in an infielder. When the two hoppers hit to him, kind of look at the chart, start playing the next hitter, and know he's going to get the guy out. The flashy plays are awesome. Don't get me wrong. Everybody loves the web gems. But when the two hoppers hit to anybody in the infield, can I immediately look down at the chart and just know, well, that's going to be an out at first, and I start game planning the next hitter.
And you see he's got soft hands, great feet, good footwork out there, and a strong arm.
All right, so 2-1 count to Ethan Grover out of New York City Lab School.
'86 at Olden.
That's a little cheddar.
Hello.
Welcome to the ball game, fellas.
All right. Hello.
Oh, you know what? It's he's resetting. I like it. You don't see that every day.
What was I didn't see. I didn't pick up what you were talking about.
No, he kind of was trying from a mind standpoint to reset. Kind of one of those chess matches where the batter kind of haphazardly asks for time, and you're kind of curious as to why. So Oldham acted like he didn't really pay attention, turned his back to him. I thought it was pretty funny. All right.
I'll bring it up. Number 27 at the plate. First pitch to him was a ball. And that's Alvin Paulino.
Yeah, Paulino, catcher, made a nice play in the last inning. Pop up that was straight back. And it was half in the shadows and half in the sunlight. But I think fundamentally the thing that was cool is to actually see him turn his back to the sun so he was in a position he can make the catch without the sun being in his eye.
Oh, and it caught him.
He caught the ball, and he just caught the ball again with his body.
So now runners at first and second. And up steps Danny Infante, who's shown very well at the plate today.
Absolutely. A guy with a couple of barrels.
Yeah. I mean, he took it to the deepest part of left field and then came up with a shot to right field down the line.
The laser show
Mm-hmm.
for Infante.
First pitch to him. Got a little ahead of that one.
It's going to be a good challenge, though. So now you're seeing him face a guy throws the ball a little bit harder, as Oldham was flirting with 86. And now the 1-2 count. Probably going to see a nice secondary pitch.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Infante. Oh, nice
Oh,
breaking ball. Got him. Nice pitch.
Like you said, Doug, right there is a little bit of a game within a game. But like you said, that's something we do. I'd like to think we do fairly well offensively at Lackawanna is try to hunt those situations. And we know we're going to punch out a few times, but you're right. You just throw a fastball by a guy. He's a little early. He pulls it into the third base dugout. As a pitcher, you read that and go, I'm going to throw off speed here. As a hitter, can we take that step further and go, if he knows that, I should know it as well. Can I sit on it?
Yeah.
And sometimes you look like an idiot doing it.
Yeah. Well, nice breaking ball over for a strike call.
I think from Oldham's standpoint,
he's
that's a really good pitcher's pitch because he threw the breaking ball in the top part of the zone. Not usually something you see. Usually that breaking ball, you're trying to go down, keep it in the dirt.
Oh, man. Oh, had himself an inning.
Yeah, so Oldham looking new age with the way he's spinning the ball.
Ooh-wee. All right. You want to go to a break, and that's what we'll do. We'll see you in just a few. And we are back here in Binghamton, New York for yet another half inning. Stepping to plate is Jamon Sung, who's having himself a day today.
Well, I mean, any day that you hit a ball 400 feet to dead center field, you got to feel pretty good about, think about whatever it is that you ate for breakfast, do it again tomorrow.
He legged out, I believe he legged out an infield single in this game and then came up with a big shot to center field. So he cues that first pitch foul, and it's now 1-2 to Sung.
I like the way he grounded himself. Wasn't really thrilled at the fact that he was hungry.
He's got a good attitude, though, because I got a chance to see him interacting with other players, and, yeah, definitely a good kid.
Absolutely. It's I've seen this team 4 or 5 times this summer, and I don't think there's been anybody on this team that's ever displayed any sort of negative attitude or any sort of poor sportsmanship or showing up teammates. They all seem to be one of the few travel ball teams that seems like an actual team.
Yeah.
Kind of together. There's a vibe to it. There's a chemistry going on. It's not just 13, 15 guys that just kind of get together every weekend and play baseball wherever the coach tells them to go.
Up steps Zach Swanger. Good size young man at 6'1", 205.
Swanger.
There's a ball to deep left field. That ball is gone. Home run, Zach Swanger. Put a charge into that one. He knew first pitch fastball, and he said, I'm taking it deep.
My Lord. That was a lumberjack special, dude.
Ooh-wee.
You don't see something like, oh, man. Awesome stuff there.
Good stuff out of Zach Swanger showing.
That was a no-doubter.
Talking about knowing a fastball is coming.
Right.
Being on time and finding a barrel for it. Textbook example.
Man.
Yeah, Swanger. He was swinging. Woo-wee.
That woke up the crowd.
Yeah. Pretty cool, proud Papa moment there. I think he gave somebody the thumbs up.
All right, that brings up number 11, Jack Wunce. 4.0, 1260 PSAT student. Stands at 6'1", 205. He's a first baseman, pitcher, and outfielder at State College High School. All right. Umpire says he went, and he struck him out.
All right, but hey, great example there for Reeby.
Reeby, yep.
So, he comes back and answers it right after giving up a bomba. Keeps us cool. Keeps the ball out of the zone.
Absolutely. No hesitation. Get right back in the strike zone.
I'm sure that's somebody specialized in your area. It stands right out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaks volumes.
Usually in a bit of a different way of thinking, the old adage is coaches are looking for you to cross you off the list.
Yeah.
Really, I'm more looking for guys to put on a list.
Mm-hmm.
And guys who, let's say they meet the stuff and the physical requirements and whatnot, those are the little things that we're kind of looking for. Does he give up that double in the gap or that bomb over the fence and get right back on the mound and start pounding the zone? Or is that when he starts to nitpick a little bit? Or does he start to get a little skittish? Does the velo drop 2 or 3 because he's a little hesitant now?
Yeah.
So Ethan Shimoni at the plate, draws a walk.
And, of course, as we're hyping him up, throwing the ball in the zone, we get a 3-pitch walk.
Well, I've done that a lot, actually, this weekend. I've given out a lot of kiss of death to many players.
The announcer's curse is always real.
Oh, feels that way.
Now bring up number 22, Drew Morschbacher. 6 foot, 180-pound State College High School middle infielder pitcher. 3.0 GPA. Count is now 1-2 to Morschbacher.
Coach is going to be right on a third base shot.
Ball pounded foul.
You mean you guys don't have the pregame production meeting with all the coaches to discuss?
Well,
we're not there yet.
We do remind most of them that don't forget the cameras behind you with the runner at first, but it doesn't always stick.
Well, he seems to be moving further deep down the line. Maybe.
Or if you're like, you just chase umpires out of the way.
Do that too. Ball pounded foul again.
Oh, man.
That's weak. That is weak.
Got to move your feet.
That is weak.
Got to work on the back end.
Hey, Coach.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
Need some salon paws.
Here's the pitch. Oh, nasty breaking ball. Gets him. As Aiden Reeby works himself out of a little bit of a jam. Shows well, and we'll go to a break. And we're back here at, what's the name of this place again? Rumbletown. Because that home run was rumbling to the left field seats.
My Lord, you're not kidding.
On the mound, we have Chris Forstmeyer. First pitch to the batter is outside for a ball, and that brings up number 34. As soon as I find him on the roster. There he
Sullivan.
is. There he is. Aiden Sullivan.
Very tight.
I'll tell you what, we got a couple of guys from Baseball U who are just working hard. Just got Oldham, the pitcher, hitting 86 today, and then the sweet swinging Swanger.
Yep.
Dropping bombs.
Sweet swinging or power swinging Swanger.
A dude I've never seen. I've never seen a kid with a smile on his face that big after hitting a nuke.
Well, he's kind of a smallish guy. I would think
Oh,
he wouldn't be
yeah.
able to hit the
Oh, yeah.
baseball. He's a little.
like a.
I think he's a lumberjack on the side.
He should be. Climbs
Ball's
trees,
popped out.
cuts chainsaws down, single swing, or cuts trees down
I
the
s-
single swing.
I heard he chews them down.
Maybe.
That's how tough he is.
Be a lot of things said about this kid. Keeps hitting the ball that way. You know the hardest bat you Swanger's gonna be the next one. You do realize that, right?
You better relax and chill up there, man. All right, that brings up Joseph Healy out of Regis High School. Did a nice job on the mound earlier today. Pops him up and foul, and probably on
dude.
top of our. No, good. Didn't hit our tent.
Ball's got to be caught. Ball's in the air too long not to be caught. Fan or not, somebody's got to catch it.
All right, so Forstmeyer working hard out there.
Oh, nice breaking
Oh,
ball. Ball
nice.
pulled down left field line, but just foul.
Yeah, Healy almost rocketed one down the line. That would have been an extra base hitter.
Just kept the hands inside, dropped the barrel on it.
All right,
Forstmeyer
so
checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Just missed outside.
77 miles an hour. Just off the edge of the plate.
Let's give a little bit of credit to the umpire doing his fourth game today. I believe he did 3 behind the plate yesterday.
Yeah.
Zones have been
He's doing a nice
incredibly
job.
consistent.
Yeah, no, these guys have been.
A little tight for my liking, but I'm a pitching coach. What do I know?
I
But
hope he can't hear
it's
you.
been extremely consistent.
Oh, nice pitch.
There's never been a consistent given this or ball off here or anything
Right.
like that. It's been a touch tight for my liking, but extremely consistent. And I don't think we've heard many complaints from many of the coaches.
No, not at all.
Oh, very little.
At least none that are audible.
Yeah.
And most of these guys are pretty crafty. Kind of put the kids up as a wall and then say what they got to say behind the wall. We know how they work.
I'm guilty of it myself.
There's a line drive to left field. That's going to fall for a base hit.
Nice piece of hitting there.
Real
by
nice
Healy.
piece of Real nice piece of hitting. Dropping that barrel on it.
Well, he just kept fighting, waiting for the pitch to find a little bit more of the plate. And when it did, connected and pulled it to the left side.
I'll bring up number 9, Jason Irizarry Jr.
Question for you
Catcher?
guys: What's your ideal roster layout like? Are we going like last name sorted by the jersey number
Well, that's
sorted?
a good. Thank you for asking that question.
Oh.
I think I would like
Jersey
jersey
numbers,
numbers.
always
Jersey
the way to
numbers.
go.
Always. It's easy. You
Yeah.
run right down, check, look at the number, and then look at the name.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good call. Thanks for asking that question.
Yeah. Because we
Yeah, because
Funny
I'm
thing
struggling
is-
right now.
you have 10 teams, and then every coach submits in a different way. One's in number order. One, you still can't figure out what order it is.
Sure.
Yeah, it can be when you're trying to do graphics at the same time you're color commentating. Yeah, not fun.
The real fun is when you only get a last name or the number's wrong.
Or one of my favorites, when the kids switch jerseys and nobody tells you.
Yeah,
That happened today.
That's a big one.
Yeah. So
All of a sudden, the kid who's listed at 5'8", 165, strolls up to the plate, and he looks like he's 6'2", 210.
Yeah, we had Cole Bicka. He did that today. He had Pfeiffer's jersey on. Nobody told us. I'm like, who's 19?
Oh, nice breaking pitch.
Yeah, so we have that. We have that fun, and then every once in a while, you guys have so many rosters going on and moving around. When a kid gets left off by error, so when it's submitted to us, and then the parent gets upset because they weren't on the roster. Sometimes those things are out of your control a little bit.
Something else I've always found funny. Doesn't seem to matter what game. There's always one kid with the wrong uniform on.
We had that today.
Always one.
Temporino. He wears.
No. I'm fair. So he's been 45 all year long.
Well, he's been 45. He's still on the roster as number 5.
They didn't change the roster.
I mostly mean some kid wearing the wrong color. We've got the whole team wearing white, and one kid's wearing the blue one, or vice versa. You can get away with that if you're really good.
Sure.
Or the team where you have players with multiple numbers, where he's like, number 4 on his white jersey, but then he's number 24 in his orange one. You're like, wait, what?
I can relate to that. I think we had a few guys this spring with that situation.
Swinging
fly
a
ball
drive
to deep center field. That ball is going back.
Put a charge into one.
Balestrini making that play.
Balestrini showing his versatility. Nice job. As nice of a job in the outfield as he is when he's behind the plate.
We're going to see him play shortstop or pitch the last inning?
Wouldn't surprise me. I feel like I've seen him pitch every position on the field. As number 25, Merritt Scott digs in from Iona Prep, the rising sophomore. Hits one to third. That ball gets a little bit too much. Oh. And
it's Delahoy, I think. I didn't see what happened. Did they collide?
Nah, it looks like trying to take an inside track, and Sullivan might have got bit by the bag monster.
All right, well, that'll end this half inning. We'll go to a break and be right back for the next half. And we're back, and we just found out that is the end of this ball game. So we're going to go to game number 5 following this one. We'll be back in a few.